It's game number 1 of our NFL and NBN doubleheader here in week number 2, and we are here in Cranston, Rhode Island as the Rhode Island Riptide take on the Vermont Ravens. We welcome you to our first game of our NFL and NBN doubleheader, everybody. I'm Stephen Rhode. The Riptide are coming off a crushing 28-25 loss against the New England Bombers last week, in a game in which they led by 13 not just once, but twice, including a 25-12 lead in the fourth quarter. Meanwhile, the Ravens are coming off a big loss against the Southern Vermont Storm, who returned for the first time since playing in 2022. They lost 41-0 to the Storm out in Bennington, Vermont, in which the Storm defense had 3 pick sixes on the Ravens offense. So both teams are now coming into this game looking for that first win of the season, while looking also avoid an 0-2 start here in 2024. All right, we're ready to go. Let's get you to the game. Kickoff coming up right now. All right, ladies and gentlemen, we were ready to go here. Rhode Island Riptide and the Vermont Ravens. We're underway from Cranston, Rhode Island. Kicking off is number 40, Santis. Talk more about him. Here returning the ball is number 16, Cooper Simmons for the Ravens. Take it to the 15-yard line, cut to the outside. And he's tripped up at about the 14-yard line. That is number 11. Tripping him up for the Riptide defense. So for the first time, we'll see the Ravens offense. Again, this team came out a 41-0 loss last week to the Southern Vermont Storm. Looking to bounce back and avoid an 0-2 start. And the Riptide also coming off a loss last week, 28-25. Against the New England Bombers, in which they held a 13-point lead not once but twice, including leading 25-12 in the fourth quarter. The game in which Noah Coucher, after a kick return by Angel Santiago, got them deep into Bomber territory, had a chance to send the game to overtime on the last play. The kick was essentially blocked, and that is how the Bombers beat the Riptide, the defending champions of the Maritime Conference in the NFL. And they're placing the ball here at about the 13-yard line officially, so that's where we will start this ball game. We're coming to you today from Cranston Stadium, Cranston, Rhode Island, just outside of Providence, Rhode Island. You're watching the first game of the New England Football League doubleheader on the New England Broadcast Network. I'm Stephen Rhode. Thank you all for joining us, and let's see who's in at quarterback here. It actually looks like Simmons might be in at quarterback, number 16. On first down here at the 13-yard line for Vermont. And they're going to pitch it out here on the first play, and he's going backward. Might have lost a yard or two on that one. And wrapping him up, looks like I see number 44. That is number 44 indeed. That would be. Check our roster here in a moment, folks. Should be Jared Kaczynski, number 44, if I'm not mistaken. And it is Jared Kaczynski, one of the stars on this Riptide defense from last season. Of course, Riptide coming off a Maritime Conference Championship game victory over the New England Bombers last September. See where they place the football now. Now everyone's moving up here, so might have been a flag somewhere on the play. So now they'll place the ball at the 18, so it looks like might have gone offside here against the Rhode Island. Simmons pumps, throws short and over the head of his man, number 24. The intended receiver. Not able to get to him. It'll be third down and long here for the Ravens. Once again, both these teams coming off opening season losses last week. Riptide coming off 28-25 losses against the New England Bombers out in Jamaica Plain. Ravens coming off a 41-0 loss against their in-state rivals, the Southern Vermont Storm out in Bennington, Vermont. So it'll be third down here. We're looking for the marker here to see if there is one. See what down it is here, but nonetheless, the ball is back at about the 17-yard line now. And Simmons hands off to number 24 again, trying to find him on the last play, and this one gets to about the 20. Be short of first down. Whether it is third or fourth down now, we'll soon find out. And this is game number 1 of our NFL and NBN doubleheader here. We will look to be in Braintree, Massachusetts later today as the New England Bombers look to get to 2-0 against the 2-0 Southern Vermont Storm. So the two teams that beat these two teams will face off later today in Braintree. For now, it looks like we have a third down here for the Ravens. The ball is officially at the 21-yard line. Cooper Simmons in at quarterback. And it looks like a quarterback sneak here. I'm not sure he got it. Looks like number 75 made the play there for the Riptide. Sure make off a fourth down here. For Vermont, ball's at the 22. And it is going to be fourth down. The Ravens are going to punt. And you see on the bottom of your screen now, there's number 5, Valentin. He returned the opening punt, the first punt of the game, for a touchdown last week against the Bombers, giving the Riptide a 6-0 lead. But now it's going to be number 2, is Xavier Vasquez back deep to return. He had the game-clinching interception last year in the Maritime Conference Championship game against the Bombers. Now we get back over to the punt. And it's Simmons again. Nice punt here. High punt. This one is, let's see, it's going to take a bounce for the Ravens. Where it goes, still going all the way down to about the 33-yard line. That's where the Rhode Riptide will come out when we come back. You're watching the New England Football League on the New England Broadcast Network. And leading the way, we'll zoom in on him. Number 3, there he is. 2023 Maritime Conference MVP, Luis Gonzalez, who threw 3 touchdowns last week against the Bombers. First down, Riptide. Pitch out here to number 6. Get your name in a moment. He gets to the 40-yard line before he's brought down. Number 6, one of the few running backs here for the Riptide. That is Edwin Cruz III, taking the carry. And he gets about 7 yards on that one, second down. So once again, Luis Gonzalez threw 3 touchdowns last week in the Riptide opening season loss to the Bombers. 2 of those going to number 21, Joseph Coucher. And as we mentioned before here on the NEBN, there are 3 Coucher brothers here on the Riptide. Number 21 is Joseph, as we just mentioned. Number 16 is Thomas Coucher. And then number 66 is the kicker, Noah Coucher. So we look forward to hearing a lot of Coucher here today in this game. Second down, they're about 3 here for the Riptide. Ball at the 40. Gonzalez under the gun. Hand off here again to Edwin to Cruz III. He's cutting it to the outside, has a hole. Got more outside to the 45. Still going down to about the 47. What a run there for Cruz. I think it's signaling it is a Riptide first down. First down of the game for either side. So as we mentioned, this is the first game to kick off week number 2 at 3:30 p.m. kickoff here on a Saturday from Crest, Rhode Island. Later today, we'll have the Middleborough Cobras looking to go 2-0 as they'll host the Worcester Wildcats. Wildcats playing their first game of the season after a bye week. They were originally scheduled to play the Mass Warriors, but unfortunately the Warriors are not playing this season. So every team that was supposed to play the Warriors now has a bye week. We'll also have, of course, the doubleheader here. We'll have game number 2 of our doubleheader on NEBN will be the New England Bombers and the Southern Vermont Storm. First down, Riptide. Ball is at the 47. Gonzalez throws, short pass called. There's Thomas Coucher, and he has room. Coucher into Ravens territory out of bounds at 35. Big play there for the 2023 Maritime Conference MVP. Finding one of his leading receivers, Thomas Coucher. So we talk about Joseph Coucher having 2 touchdowns last week. Thomas Coucher come up with the first catch here for the Riptide, and his first down. The ball is officially placed at about the 34.5 yard line. Riptide moving faster on this first drive. And there is number 9, Tim Walker, at the bottom of your screen. There was questions if Tim would play. He let us know that he would be a game time decision, and we're glad to see that he is out there right now. First down, Riptide handoff to Cruz, and he is wrapped up. Great play there, number 77, leading the way for Vermont. Also number 24 there in there as well. So we talk about how both teams lost week 1. There was another very exciting game in week number 1 in the New England Football League season. Middleborough Cobras met the Glens Falls Green Jackets at a rematch of the 2023 North Atlantic Division Championship out in Middleborough. Green Jackets were going in for what would have been the go-ahead touchdown at the end, but Thaddeus France of the Middleborough Cobras forced a fumble in the red zone with under 2 minutes left, and the Cobras held on for the victory. Pitch out here. Here's Valentin. And Valentin cutting the outside now. He had the touchdown last week on the punt return against the Bombers. Cutting it away. Still going to the 20, inside the 20 to the 16. And what a run there for the number 1 running back here for the Riptide. Gets him another first down. That's the 3rd of the drive. And it looks like it might be it looks like a flag is down on the field. To hold everything, this one might be coming back here, and it looks like it is because the Riptide players are backing themselves up there. No signal yet from anybody, but there was a flag down near the 25-yard line on the other side. And the Riptide players are back near the midfield. Now the ball is back at the 38-yard line. And whistle. So, no official call there from the ref, but ball's back at the 38. Scoreless here in the first quarter between the Riptide and the Ravens. You're watching game 1 of our NABN doubleheader here this week. Week number 2 of the 2024 New England Football League season. Gonzalez steps up, chucking it down the sideline, has a man, and it's tipped away. What a play there for the Vermont defense. Number 2 leading the way. That is Abdi. Knocking that way. So to bring up, should be third down here for the Riptide. If Abdi was not there, that might have been a touchdown for Thomas Coucher. That would have been the third Coucher touchdown of the season. And now should bring up third down here for the Riptide. Ball is again at the 32-yard line. And it looks like we need a false start here, and we are against the Riptide. So bring it back third down and even longer down. After 3 first downs on this first drive for the Riptide, they're moving themselves back now. Ball back now at the 38. It'll be third down and long here for the Riptide, looking to score on their first drive here today. Gonzalez steps up, chucking it down the field again, has a man, it is caught. Walker down at the 1-yard line. Looks like the ball came out for a second there as Walker reached for the gun zone. But the ref called him down at about the 1-yard line. So a big play there for the Riptide on third down and long. That is a gain of 37. And now they're saying touchdown. So Tim Walker scored his second touchdown of the season, and the top duo from last season picking up where they left off. And so that is a 38-yard touchdown from Gonzalez to Walker. And it's 6-0 Riptide, just like that. And now we're going to have Noah Coucher come off for the extra point. And Coucher had his potential game-time field goal blocked last week in the loss to the Bombers, looking to bounce back here today. So once again, Luis Gonzalez and Tim Walker going up for the second time this season. That went a 38-yard touchdown. Well, it's 6-0 Riptide, and some discussion here going on here with the referee and some of the Riptide guys here. Ball now placed down at about the 2. We have 7:38 left here in the first quarter. And now we're ready. So there's Joseph Coucher holding for his brother Noah for the extra point. Kick is good. Riptide on the board first. It's 7-0 with 7:38 left here in the first quarter. We'll be right back. You're watching the New England Football League on the New England Broadcast Network. 7-0 Riptide after the touchdown pass from Luis Gonzalez to Tim Walker, his top receiver from the 2023 season. You are watching the New England Football League on the New England Broadcast Network, everybody. I'm Steve Aaron, and a touchback here. So the Ravens will start at about the 25-yard line on their second drive. First one, they were forced to punt after a couple runs and an incomplete pass. So we'll see if the Ravens offense come back out and rejuvenate here on this second drive. So we talked about already, week number 2 coming up later on today. We had the Bombers and the Storm from Braintree High School in Braintree, Massachusetts. And the Middleborough Cobras will host the Worcester Wildcats from historic Battis Field in Middleborough, Massachusetts. Glennsville's Green Jackets have a week off as they were set to play the Mass Warriors, who are not playing this year. 7:38 first quarter. Ravens have the ball first and 10 at the 25. Coop Sims in at quarterback for Vermont. And Simmons hands off again, number 24. And he gets to about the 24. I gain a 2 on that one. We're expecting thunderstorms throughout the week here in Cranston, Rhode Island, but as of just about near kickoff, those thunderstorms have seemed to succeed just a little bit. Now instead of a 4 p.m. thunderstorm, we're looking at about a 5 p.m. thunderstorm. So there's a chance we might get to the end of this game without a strike of lightning in the sky, where you can only hope though. My Ravens down 7-0 early here. They're looking to strike here on their second drive on offense. Ball officially at the 25, so a gain of 3 there by the running back. Simmons throws over the middle and incomplete. Had 2 receivers there in the area, but neither of them can get to it. So I'll bring up 3rd down for the Ravens. .6:30 counting here, first quarter. Again, cloudy skies, but no rain, and thankfully no lightning or thunder yet here in Cranston, right outside of Providence, Rhode Island. Riptide leads 7-0, a 38-yard touchdown from Luis Gonzalez at Tim Walker to get it started. And now a 3rd down here for Vermont. Might as well give it every possible view we can. 3rd down for the Ravens. Simmons throws short, pass caught by number 21, and he is wrapped up almost immediately. Back at the 20-yard line. So for the second time, the Riptide defense make a stop. Force another punt here. Looks like the tackle was made by number 32 there for the Riptide. And now back deep to return this punt is Jalen Valentin, who once again had a punt return touchdown in the game against the Bombers last week. Also back there is Thomas Coucher, who almost had a touchdown catch earlier in this game. Now at about the 5-minute mark here in the first quarter, 7-0 Riptide. The offense had to get the ball back. We're going to zoom out here for the punt. High snap. Gets it away. The line drive kick, much better one here. Valentin's going to take it from midfield. Let's see if he can do it. Cutting away from a few tacklers. We're going to zoom in. There goes Valentin. And Valentin's going to go all the way for the touchdown. Jalen Valentin's 2nd punt return touchdown of the season. Makes it 13-0 Riptide. 50-yard punt return touchdown for Jalen Valentin. 13-0 Riptide. Here comes Noah Coucher on for the extra point, make it a 14-0 game. So we got 4:28 left here in the first quarter. Fast start here for the defending champs. Of course, we saw a fast start last week when they went up 13-0 over the Bombers and had a 25-12 fourth quarter lead. Now here's Coucher on for the extra point. And the kick is good. Jalen Valentin, his 2nd punt return touchdown of the season. And it's 14-0 Riptide here in the first. We'll be right back. You're watching the New England Football League here on the New England Broadcast Network. 14-0 Riptide on top of the Vermont Ravens here in the fourth quarter. And here's Simmons again on the kick return, cutting it to the outside to the 15 and going backwards now. And that's actually number 18. He's going near his own end zone and still going. He's down at about the 1. That was not the ideal return there for Vermont. And they're gonna be deep in their own territory. We're gonna zoom in here. Start this 3rd drive. They started about the 15-yard line, went backwards, and then the Riptide pushed them all the way back. Let's see where they officially placed the football. Looks like they placed it about the 4-yard line here. So Vermont starting in deep, very deep in their own territory on this 3rd drive, Down 14-0 early. 4:12 and counting here in the first quarter. Yeah, both these teams looking to avoid an 0-2 start on the year. Dropping their opening season games in different fashions. So here we go. For the Ravens, it's first down at their own 4-yard line, down 14-0. Here with under 4 left in the first. Asking for one more guy to come in here for the Ravens. Number 17 coming in at receiver. Simmons hands off to number 24, and it's tackled. Is he in the end zone? Riptide call for a safety here. And they're going to say it's second down at about the 1-yard line. And there is Jared Kaczynski again coming in for the tackle right outside the end zone. Ravens got to be very careful here. Their backs to their own end zone here on second down. Second down about 13 here. 14-0 Riptide. We have about 3 minutes left here in the first quarter. You're watching the first game of the NFL and NBN doubleheader. I'm Stephen Earl. We are here in Cranston, Rhode Island, just outside of Providence, Rhode Island. Beautiful Cranston Stadium. Second down now. Simmons from his own end zone. It's going to throw, and the pass is caught. Nice grab there. Looks like number 19. He gets to the 10. It'll still be a third down here for Vermont, but they do get a little breathing room here getting out of their own end zone. So it will be third down. Two and a half left first quarter. 14-0 Riptide. First score of the game came from Luis Gonzalez throwing a 38-yard touchdown pass to Tim Walker. Then Jalen Valentin returning a punt 50 yards for the score. And that's where we stand here in the latter part of the first quarter. We'll zoom out just a little bit here. Third down. Should be third down to about 4 here for the Ravens at the 10. I'm trying the hard count here for the Riptide. Not fooled. Now Simmons changing the play at the line. Third down and 4. Simmons throws and out of the reach of number 88, incomplete. And while we still have a minute 27 left here in the first quarter, it's decision time here for the Ravens. Already down 14-0. Do you go for it here, or do you give the ball back to the Riptide offense? And it looks like Vermont is indeed going to go for it here. It'll be fourth down. And now it looks like the Ravens are actually in punt formation. So instead of going for it deep in their own territory, they're going to give it back to the Riptide offense. And once again, it's Valentin. I'll show you there on your left of your screen. There he's back deep to return. He just returned a punt for a touchdown not too long ago. Low snap. High kick. And this one is going to bounce, and Valentin going to take it about the 41-yard line, cutting away. And there goes Valentin down the sideline and finally out of bounds inside the 20. So the Riptide, a fast start. They're still going. When we come back, you're watching the NFL and NBN. Looks like we actually had a penalty here against the Riptide, so the Ravens are re-kicking here. And once again, we'll show you, it is Valentin back there, deep to return. About 35 seconds left here in the first quarter. 14-0 Rhode Island Riptide lead the Vermont Ravens. You're watching Game 1 of our NFL and NBN doubleheader here in week number 2. I'm Stephen Earl. We're here at Cranston Stebbins Stadium, might I say, in Cranston, Rhode Island. Found that out. Look at this place up on Google Earth. It's officially called Cranston Stebbins Stadium. Now some discussion between one of the Ravens coaches and the referees. Now Riptide's defense is coming back out here. So it looks like the Ravens don't have to punt here again. They're going to get an automatic first down on a penalty. Although we're not entirely sure what the penalty is. But looks like Ravens getting a free first down here on a penalty. So that's a break for them, down 14-0 here. In the final minute of the first quarter. Looks like the football is now placed at the 26-yard line. So a big break there for Vermont. We'll zoom out here just a little bit. First down Vermont, ball at the 26, following the penalty. And Simmons throws over the middle, and looks like it was knocked away by number 24 for the Riptide. So bring up second down. There's Jake Kaczynski, brother of Jared Kaczynski. First time we're calling his name. Clock continuing to run here. Let's see if we get one more playoff here before the end of the quarter. Under 5 seconds here. And they do get it off for the end of the quarter. Handoff here. There's number 24, and he's brought down inside the 25. Now that'll be the end of one. Riptide of 14-0 on the Vermont Ravens, looking for their first win of the year. We'll be right back for the second quarter, right here on the New England Broadcast Network. Start of the second quarter, everybody. The Riptide lead the Vermont Ravens 14-0. You're watching Game 1 of the NFL on NBN doubleheader here in week number 2 of the 2024 season. I'm Stephen Earl. We're here in Cranston, Rhode Island, just outside of Providence. Be second down here for the Ravens. Coop sends it in quarterback, and a handoff here, number 24. And he gets near the 30, about the 29. We got a couple there on there. It'll be third down here for Vermont. Once again, both these teams coming off opening season losses. The Riptide losing a 25-12 fourth quarter lead and blowing against the New England Bombers 20-25 out in Jamaica Plain. While the Ravens fell 41-0 to the Southern Vermont Storm, and the Storm's first game back since 2022. They took a year off last year and returned here in 2024. And it looks like the Ravens are punting here once more. I thought it was a third down here. But the Ravens are punting for the third time, and now we have a flag. Looks like the another punt here, and this one almost blocked there. There was Anthony Durante, and here is Valentin once again taking a punt, and he has speed. He's going down the sideline, and Jalen Valentin for the second time today has a Riptide touchdown. That's number 3 on the year for Jalen Valentin, returning punts, and it is now 20-0 Rhode Island. And again, a hot start here for the defending champions. As we start this second quarter, punt was almost blocked there by Anthony Durante, number 7. Once again, Noah Coucher coming off of the extra point here. Here's Coucher for the extra point. The kick is... Ooh, that's a bad kick, and the kick is no good. But still, Jalen Valentin, his second punt return touchdown of the day, makes it 20-0 Riptide. Here in the second. We'll be right back. You're watching the New England Football League on the New England Broadcast Network. 20-0 Riptide on top of the Ravens here. We are still inside the first minute of the second quarter. You're watching the New England Football League on the New England Broadcast Network. I'm Stephen Aaron. This one's taken by number 6. Nice catch there And he's brought down at about the 24, and that's where the Ravens will start their next drive. They punted on all their drives thus far in this game. Jalen Valentin with 2 punt return touchdowns here in the first half. He had one all game last week against the Bombers. So once again, this is the first game here in week number 2. Later on, we'll have the Bombers taking on the Southern Vermont Storm. And the Middleborough Cobras taking on the Worcester Wildcats, which will be the Wildcats' first game of the season after a week 1 bye. And again, they were originally scheduled to be playing the Mass Warriors out in Wayland. First down, Ravens. And a handoff here. Can't see who it is, but he's knocked down almost immediately by number 50, Kyle Barnes, and there's number 40. Talked a lot about him last week. Santis the third. He had a monster debut for the Riptide last week. 2 sacks and a couple fumble recoveries in that loss. Coming on from right here in Rhode Island, he used to play for the Rhode Ravens of the East Coast Football League. Came over to the Riptide here for 2024. Had a great debut last week. Looking to repeat that here today. We have 13:06 left and counting in the first half. 20-0, the Riptide lead the Ravens. The both teams looking to avoid an 0-2 start here in 2024. Ball now at the 24-yard line for the Ravens. Simmons in the shotgun. And Simmons pumps, and he's going to roll out, throw off his back foot, and the pass is incomplete, intended for number 24, and there is number 32 once again in coverage for the Riptide to bring up third down. So we mentioned it very little last week. Owner Steve Maycock made the decision a few weeks before the season to shut the Warriors down for 2024. Unable to field a team. He has since joined this Riptide coaching staff, but he told me that he needed the blessings of some of these coaches and that he needed his offensive guys to be coached in order for him to join the Riptide at all this season. Told me it's about a 90-minute drive from Fitchburg, Massachusetts, where Maycock lives. But he says he's having fun coaching this offense here in Rhode Island, and they're off to a 20-0 lead here. And the defense has a third down. Simmons, pressure, he's going to roll out and chuck it off his back foot, and it's going to be incomplete, intended for number 18. He's not going to get to it. And it looks like it might be yet another punt here for Vermont. This will be the 4th punt of the day, and we still have 11:58 left here in the half. And once again, there is the monster Jalen Valentin. Could it be possible he returns his 3rd consecutive punt return for a touchdown here? We're about to find out. We'll zoom out as this punt gets underway. You got a beautiful view of beautiful Cranston Stadium here in Cranston, Rhode Island, just outside of Providence. One of the most beautiful venues in all of the NFL. Of course, Braintree High School, also a very beautiful venue. This is where we'll be later today for the Bombers in the Storm. And this one bobbled the snap. And they're going to get the punt away, but just barely. And Valentin backtracking, loses it inside the 30. Now he's going to take off. We're going to zoom in just in case. And here goes Valentin up the middle. There he goes, still going. And Valentin breaking off a tackle. And another one for Jalen Valentin, his 3rd punt return touchdown in a row. And as the song goes, they're running up that hill. It's 26-0. Jalen Valentin, his 3rd punt return touchdown of the half. His 4th of the season. We're only in week 2, folks. There's only no telling what Jalen Valentin could do the rest of the way here. And now Noah Coucher coming on for another extra point. Once again, it'll be his brother Joseph Coucher coming in to hold the snap here on the kick. Missed the last one, just a bad snap on the last kick, and the extra point went wide left. So this is to make it 27-0. High snap, kick is up, and it is good. Jalen Valentin is on fire today, folks. 3 punt return touchdowns here in the first half. It's 27-0 with 10:58 left in the half. We'll be right back. You're watching the NFL on NABN. Jalen Valentin just returned his 3rd punt for a touchdown here in the first half. It is 27-0 Rhode on Riptide over the Vermont Ravens. And a fumble here in the end zone by number 18. He's going to pick it up and run out. Cut into the outside, getting away from one guy, and then he's back down about the 5-yard line. So not much going right here today for Vermont on either side of the football ball. Offense has punted 4 times. Defense has given up a touchdown. And special teams has given up 3 touchdowns. And it is 27-0 Riptide all over the Ravens. Yeah, both teams looking to avoid an 0-2 start here in 2024. Coming opening season losses. Riptide had a 25-12 fourth quarter lead against the New England Bombers in their first game, a rematch of the 2023 Maritime Conference Championship game. But they were not able to seal the victory as Bombers scored 16 unanswered to get the 28-25 victory. Backup quarterback Phoenix Arroyo finding DeRay Willis for the game winner in the end. First down Ravens, all at about the 5-yard line. Simmons from his own goal line throws wide open. Pass is caught. Number 17 with the grab. He gets to about the 15. And he should, if does not. He's very close to a Vermont first down. Marker reads 2nd down. Let's see if they change it here. And they will. It is first down Ravens. Their first of the game. Ball officially at the 16-yard line. So that was a gain of 11 there by number 17. Here we go, first down Ravens, ball to 16. And a handoff here to one of the running backs, and he is brought down almost immediately. And there's Santis in there again, along with number 75, it looks like. Bring up 2nd down here. Once again, talk about these 2 teams are 0-1. The Bombers and Storm are 1-0. They both came off victories. Obviously, they defeated these 2 teams respectively. Bombers defeated the Riptide 28-25. And the Southern Vermont Storm defeated the Vermont Ravens 41-0 last week out in Bennington, Vermont. And then there was the Middleborough Cobras who got the big win over the Glens Falls Green Jackets 18-14 last week out in Middleborough. They'll look to go to 2-0 tonight as they take on the Worcester Wildcats, who are playing their first game of the season. Simmons throws, pass is caught, and immediately touched about the 23. It'll be 3rd down here for the Vermont. So we talk about how there are brothers here for the Riptide. There's Noah Coucher, Joseph Coucher, Thomas Coucher. There are 2 Francis in the NFL, but coincidentally, they're not brothers. Thaddeus France plays defensive line for the Middleborough Cobras. Eric France plays defensive tackle for the Glens Falls Green Jackets. 2 are not related, not clearly, but quite coincidental. 3rd down for the Ravens. Simmons hands off, and they get to about the 24. There is number 24 on the carry. Listed as tight end Drew Lamb as we reach the 8-minute mark here in the first half. And for the first time today, the Vermont Rangers are going to go for it here on 4th down. Now 27-0 with 7.5 left in the first half. And a handoff here, and down he goes into the hands of number 1, Jason Garcia. And the Riptide defense make yet another stop, and their offense will come back out of 27 points when we come back. You're watching the New England Football League on the New England Broadcast Network. First down Riptide. All about the 19-yard line. They're already up 27-0 here, halfway through the second quarter. And now here's number 17 for the Riptide is Rick Barnhart, and he's wrapped up. Number 18 for Vermont. So a nice play there by the Vermont defense. A tackle for loss. Ravens just went for it on 4th down on their first attempt here today and weren't able to get anything going. So the Riptide offense gets the ball back. And there it is. Bottom of your screen talking to Luis Gonzalez is Steve Maycock, owner of the Mass Warriors. He's joined we mentioned earlier, joined the Riptide coaching staff for the 2024 season. Look to bring the Warriors back in 2025. Ball back at the 21-yard line, so about a loss of 2 there. Be second down at 12 for the Riptide. 6:33 left here in the first half. Gonzalez throws short, pass called by Thomas Coucher. And Coucher breaking away from one tackle inside the 20 to about the 17. Let's check the marker, see if it's a third down. Now we have a Raven down, so we will step aside. After the injury, flag. Look like number 40 was the man down for the Ravens, who was able to get up under his own power. Glad to see that. Looks like we have a false start here against Rhode Island. 27-0 Riptide. They have 6 minutes left here in the first half. You're watching the New England Football League here on the New England Broadcast Network. Game 1 of our doubleheader here in week number 2. I'm Stephen R. We are here in Cranston, Rhode Island, just outside of Providence. The ball now placed at the 18-yard line. Looks like it was a false start. Like I said, it was a false start against the Riptide. Back him up 5 yards. It'll be third down. The marker reads third down here for the Riptide. Gonzalez pumps, chucking it to the end zone. Has a man, and the pass is incomplete. Almost intercepted there. Another great play there for the Raven defense. Excuse me. Bring up fourth down. Let's see if the Riptide decide to go for it here or kick a field goal to extend on their lead. It looks like they're going to go for it here. Already up 27-0. Now they're sending Santis out there. Santis, of course, had a big game last week on the defensive line, but he is listed as a fullback here for the Riptide as well. He also played fullback for the Rhode Ravens in the ECFL last season. Let's sit down. This fourth down if they go on a fullback dive here. Gonzalez is in the shotgun on this fourth down. And they're going to throw. Gonzalez steps up, throws, pass is caught. There's Max Cogan, the tight end, former Warrior, playing here with the Riptide this season. He makes the catch, and they're going to say it is a first down for the Riptide, so the fourth down conversion pays off. And the Riptide are in business once again. We're under 5 minutes here in the first half, 27-0 Riptide. Looking to expand on the lead. They have a first and goal, ball just outside the 5-yard line. Zoom in just a little bit. And a couple flags coming out here. And they got to call false start. Second one against the Riptide on this drive. Now ball back outside the 10-yard line. Gonzalez is under center this time with DeSantis in the backfield. They're going to hand off to DeSantis, cutting away, come to the outside. DeSantis into the end zone. Touchdown Riptide. Saw DeSantis had a big game last week on defense. He gets in the end zone on offense here, and it's 33-0 in favor of the Riptide. Riptide continuing to roll here on this first half, as the thunderstorms will soon look to be rolling as well. And here's Coucher on for another extra point. Another high snap. The kick is, look, like it might have been blocked, but it is still good. So now 34-0 Rhode Island here in the second quarter. We'll be right back. You're watching the NFL and NABN. Sal DeSantis getting in on the scoring here for the Riptide. Now kicking the ball off with Riptide up 34-0, and that ball's going to bounce into the end zone for a touchback. Ravens will start once again at the 25-yard line. They punted on every drive except one, in which they tried a fourth down conversion, and that didn't work either. So once again, nothing going right here for Vermont here today thus far. Well, we still have a whole another half of football left to play, folks. 4:12 left here in the first half. It's 34-0 Riptide. Again, a lot of football left to be played. And the Ravens, after the touchback, will start at the 25-yard line. Zoom in just a little bit. Coop Simmons in the shotgun. And he'll pitch out to number 24, and he is wrapped up, and there he is again, Santis. Again, all over the place, all season long so far in just the first 2 weeks. So we are under 4 minutes here in the first half. Ball now at the 24-yard line. So we'll also one on that one, bring up second down at 11. Luis Gonzalez has thrown his 4th touchdown of the season here today. So he found Tim Walker for a 38-yard score. Jalen Valentin has 3 touchdowns on just punt returns alone, folks. And then Santis running it in himself on the latest score here for Rhode Island. First down for the Ravens. Simmons throws short, pass caught. And up the field down to about the 30-yard line. So number 17 with the grab. We reached the 3-minute mark here in the first half. It's 34-0, Riptide lead the Ravens. Watching the first game of our NFL and NBN doubleheader here in week number 2. I'm Steven R. We are here at Cranston's Devon Stadium in Cranston, Rhode Island. Approximately 12 minutes away from Providence train station. It will be third down here for the Ravens. Ball is at the 31. Simmons pitches out. Now the running back comes back inside, and once again Santis leading the way, but now a school of Riptide Sharks there to make the stop. And for another drive, another 4th down for Vermont. Let's see what they decide to do here. Zoom in here. So coming up later today, we have the New England Bombers and the Southern Vermont Storm. Both teams 1-0 on the season, defeating these two teams respectively. And a 2-minute warning here in Cranston. So we will be right back. You're watching the NFL and NBN. Clock officially at 1:43 left here in the first half. 34-0 Riptide as Simmons rolls out. Throws off his back foot and almost caught there by number 31. Number 20, he was in the area. He was almost there. Just out of his reach. So the Bomber offense once again makes a stop. And they're coming back out. We come back right here on the New England Broadcast Network. There is the leading receiver in touchdowns last year in the NFL, Tim Walker, who told us coming into this game with a concussion, if he does play, he might take it easy in this one. And with the Riptide up 34-0 here with 1:37 left in the half, Walker can certainly take it easy here. As they'll hand off here to Evan Cruz III once more. He gets to the 25, maybe the 24-yard line. Once again, here comes the Riptide threatening. They're going to go no huddle here. As time's ticking down here in the end of the half. 1:20 left and counting. Riptide have the ball at about the 25-yard line. Now Gonzalez back into shotgun. Gonzalez pumps and has plenty of time. Now he's going to roll out to his right. Now pressure coming. He's going to roll out, still going. And now he throws into the end zone, and it is incomplete. Almost caught for a touchdown there by Kogan, the tight end. He was very close to making a touchdown. Try saying that 5 times fast. But it will be second down here. And now a flag has come out, it looks like. Flag is down at the 21-yard line. Let's check the marker. This one is going to be against the Riptide. Let's back him up. Nice effort there by Gonzalez trying to find his tight end for the touchdown, but unfortunately the ball just popped out at the end of it, and there is the call. Legal man downfield against the Riptide. Clock running now. 50 seconds left here in the first half. Now ref's asking for the clock to be stopped. And it is with 45 seconds left. Third down. Gonzalez pumps. Throws over the middle. There's Cogan again. Breaking away. Cogan still going. And Cogan into the end zone. Touchdown Riptide. And the tight end redeems himself after the last play and gets into the end zone. It is now a 40-burger. Here in Cranston, it's 40-0. Gonzalez throws his second touchdown of the day. 36 seconds left. It's 40-0. Coucher coming on for an extra point here. Brother Joseph to hold. And the kick is good. Gonzalez finds his tight end for the first time this season, and it's 41-0. Riptide over the Ravens. We'll be right back. You're watching the NFL and NBN. 41-0 Riptide here. 35 seconds left in the half, and this ball is going to bounce. Let's see if it goes, and it will go out of bounds. So the Ravens will have good field position to start this next drive to look at the score before the end of the half. Down 41-0. The 41 points is the most they've already given up 41 points in both games this season. More at the end of the half here in Cranston of week number 2. They lost 41-0 last week to the Southern Vermont Storm. Bring the ball out. Let's see. It should be about. Well, let's see what they put the football out to. Bring it out to the 35. And we'll zoom in now as the Ravens look to once again score before the end of the half. They'll have 36 seconds to go at 75 yards. And Simmons throws short, pass caught by number 18, breaking away, but brought down in the last second about the 36-yard line. And stop it here. 25 seconds left in the half. Ravens only got a couple yards there. They have a long way to go here if you want to get into field goal range at this point here in the end of the half. 25 seconds left here in the half. Ravens looking to get at least into field goal range for the end of the half. Simmons pressure, and down he goes. Big hit there. It's number 26 for the Riptide leading the way. That is Max Farrow. And we have, looks like one of the Ravens is slow to get up. We'll step aside. And actually, that is the end of the first half as you hear that siren going off. Rhode and Riptide lead the Vermont Ravens 41-0 at halftime. We're right back with our halftime report. You're watching the New England Football League and the New England Broadcast Network.